In this lecture for Module 3, we're going to look at the differences between traditional education, hybrid, and online. So first, let's look at the facets or the components of traditional education. In traditional education, we know that the learning is reinforced by external rewards, and those can be grades, high grades, low grades, or they can even be stickers or rewards in the regular classroom. Traditional education also emphasizes social development, getting to know the others in your class or your peers. Getting to know the people around you in a traditional class is important for social skill development and also for outside social development. Nearly all of the information dispersed in a traditional classroom is done by lecture. It's a teacher-centered environment, and the teacher decides what needs to be taught and when it needs to be taught. The material that's taught is mostly abstract. That means you're reading out of a book that someone else wrote, or you're writing a paper based on the lecture you were given, or maybe a little bit of research that you were able to do. There's very little thinking or input from the student. This type of learning gives the students very few choices as the information is being provided by the instructor. There's a little emphasis on self-learning, and that means that students can't progress down the pathway that they feel is most important. If they really are enjoying the subject, they get little time to delve deeper into the material. The teacher is the one who enforces discipline. And by saying that, like a college course, the instructor is the one who decides when an activity will start and when it will end. They also determine the time and the date for assessment. The teacher is the one who is totally in control. Traditional classes are important for the student who needs face-to-face interaction to learn. These are usually students who need to be motivated by attending the lectures in person and have the ability to ask questions immediately when the question arises. Usually they can get immediate feedback from the instructor. The interaction with peers is also a part of the learning for these students. There's no question that the internet is changing the way we live in a number of ways. Just a few years ago, the idea of taking a course online was a novel idea. Now, almost every major university in the United States and even around the globe are offering entire degrees online. Students have more educational choices than ever before, more flexible course scheduling to a variety of formats of study. Hybrid learning, the next topic we will cover, is the newest trend in online education. It blends the flexibility of online with the benefits of traditional education. Hybrid courses take the benefits of online and combine them with traditional in-class learning. These courses allow students to use skills that they have learned in the classroom and apply them to real-world scenarios. Hybrid courses allow students to build relationships in the face-to-face setting and then use technology to enhance the learning. Hybrid courses are much more student-centered than the traditional classes we just talked about. Hybrid learning can be defined in a number of ways. In some cases, hybrid learning refers to online activities that complement the in-class learning objectives. Let me give you an example of this. Let's say you're taking a marketing course that requires you to perform a portion of your coursework via webinar. You're interacting with professionals in the field of business that you are studying. You learn your material in the classroom and then have the ability to interact in a real-world setting. That's one type of a hybrid course. Another way we can look at hybrid education is looking at the bigger picture, looking at the entire program a student might be taking. So in a hybrid degree program, some of the courses will be offered in a traditional face-to-face classroom, while others will only be offered online. And this gives the students an opportunity to interact with the instructor, with the content, and with their peers, and then also become very competent in using the technology. To be considered a true online course, 100% of the coursework has to be delivered online. An online course is conducted remotely, where the teacher and the students are separated by time and space. All assignments and discussions are conducted electronically. There are many benefits to both hybrid and online, as well as traditional education. Online-only courses are invaluable for students who live too far away from campus to study in a traditional classroom setting. The flexible schedule is also ideal for adult learners who often have to juggle coursework, families, and jobs. As I said, there are many benefits to online and hybrid, but you're taking an online class. Think for a moment about the benefits to you for this type of instruction. Hybrid courses allow students the benefits of relationship building in the regular classroom, which is invaluable to career successes. The choice of the type of education that a student needs or wants really is largely dependent on their own learning needs. All three, traditional, hybrid, and online, offer many benefits for different types of students. There are several quizzes online that students can take to help them determine what format of learning is best for their personality and for their learning needs. In just a minute, I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios. I want you to read them and then think about what you would recommend for that student.